Hello, everybody. So today we have Ashley Esper on today's episode. As always, myself, Miguel. We got Mr. Pusherman, who has not changed his name in the longest. I think this is the longest streak because he's always changing his name, whatever appears on there.
Yeah,
Um,
almost every other week or every week he constantly
Yeah.
changes his name.
I think I've been pushing man for about 3 weeks now, maybe
Yeah.
4.
This one just sticks.
Yeah.
Uh, we got Mez, or Knights of Mess. He's still going on. Star Wars Day. You know what?
And it's still May. Star
It is still
Wars.
May, so this is the May. So
This
Yes.
is the
there you
May.
go. And we have Ashley. Ashley, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Besides the allergies, doing really good.
I'm sorry. I feel your pain. It's good to be back. Thank you.
Oh, most
That's
definitely. It's
amazing.
always great to have you here. Especially since Mans didn't get a chance to be with us the first time we had you.
Right.
So this should be
So
a really
technically
fun
we have
time.
two different faces this time.
It's true.
So technically, well, today, like, Mez is another special guest as well. Like,
he doesn't join us for our special guest podcast. He normally is in the cloud.
Do
Is
the
this the
face,
Brady
Ashley.
Bunch?
Yes,
This is
yeah.
Brady Bunch?
Do the face, Ashley. Do the face. Do the face. That's right. Be captivated. Let the people show. Be
Yes.
captivated. by the voice.
oh man. All right. So Ashley, so what have you been up to since the last time you were on the spot?
Oh, the last time we were on, we were promoting my anthology book for Ralph's Bones in the Attic, which was like the full anthology of everything that the comic had to offer so far. Mez, I don't know if you're familiar. Ralph's is the comic series I made. It's kind of like Looney Tunes, Animaniacs, very on that same vein of that kind of cartoon humor. It's just about a pair of dogs who just get into some just silly little hijinks. But yeah, so the whole collection was released back in 2021, and now I am back with volume 4. So more silliness, more new characters that haven't been introduced yet or kind of got teased in the last issue, and kind of building the world into what it is and what it will be in the future.
So
I've seen them promoted a lot in Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
What's it called with the Kickstarter going
Yeah.
on?
Oh, we're going crazy with it. Getting it out there. So yeah, we're about a week in almost, a week tomorrow. The Kickstarter has been running and it's going pretty well so far. We're at, I think last I checked, 65% funded.
wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
So,
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm super grateful, and we got some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
So actually, on Free Comic Book Day, now I always say, you know what, I'm gonna try and make it all the way out to Indiana, or to try and catch all the gorilla people.
Mhm.
I always fall short, right? By this
Every
time,
time.
this year, I went to none of them because I went to the comic book store. I went with Mike. Mike couldn't join us today. After that, we were hungry. We are trying to find a place to eat. So that took us on a whole different journey. So I wasn't able to go out there. But I did see that you were out in the comic book shop on Free Comic Book Day. So how was that?
I wasn't in the area. I actually went back to, technically, because I live in Chicago now, but I grew up in the suburbs of Detroit.
Okay.
So I was able to, Nine Planets Comics in Dearborn Heights, Michigan, which is my hometown. They reached out to Gorilla and said, hey, we're trying to reach new markets, new territories, artists from other states, not just local. Would you guys like to come out? And it was a perfect opportunity to me to like bring a little bit of my stuff back to my hometown. And so like not everybody who has access to it could see it. So it was me and a few other artists were there. It was a good day. We got a lot of stuff out there. I sold quite a few books and some prints. I also do like fan art. And it was a good success. I always have a really great day on a Free Comic Book Day. So that the crowd is really always great, and they are interested in like independent artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice to actually feel that they're not just only supporting Marvel and DC. They're like saying, oh, hey, local people we don't know are in the community are actually out there and putting out books just like the big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
like I'll be honest. So I used to be a big Marvel and DC and a little bit of Image. Uh,
Yeah.
like those were the main comic brands I used to like go for. It wasn't until when we started the podcast and we started meeting a few other people. Um, like we started meeting independent comic book artists. We met Julio, we met Ben, and from there they took us down this rabbit hole. So I think in the last 3 years I've probably purchased, I want to say, like 6, 7 like mainstream comics. Everything else has been independent.
That's
Uh,
great.
and what's it called? And we always try and tell everybody, like, you know what, just give this indie artist a chance because they put their whole heart and soul into their work. And they have so much talent, and like you need to support people like that because if not, honestly, I feel like the mainstream comics is more of a gimmick now. It's more like, hey, let's just get sales, and maybe they're just not all there. Like they don't put the same effort. So like that's kind of like the message we try and get across.
Mhm.
And what's it called? Ernest just like collecting anything and everything that he can get his hands on, especially if
I'm
he's
really gonna say anything.
well, all right.
Anything
There's,
that
Ernest,
there's,
seems anything that seems cultivating, that
I agree.
Yeah.
like
So
that gets you like.
Mhm. Sometimes it's the cover art, sometimes it's the story that's being told. It's and like you said, Miguel, to your point, like the independent artists just have different stories to tell.
right?
Like some of the bigger stuff, the bigger guys, they have it's similar stories, but like it feels different when it comes from somebody that like is right in front of you.
Mhm.
Or like somebody that like you could say, oh, I know somebody like that, and they're telling these stories. It's yeah, it's just as special, as any other collector. If you have a whole collection of a series, it's just as special.
Yeah,
I agree. Which means like this kind of helps us segue into something that we are trying to get started. Well, we will be getting started here shortly, which is we will be highlighting independent artists and comic books. I think we've said we was going to start doing that one a month. Like, hey, here's a new independent comic for a month, and then as we're going to see the gauge the audience and see how it goes, and if we can get better and get traction, we can start increasing to maybe every podcast having to be having that showcase of just, hey, here's some time set aside to look at a different artist each time, different comic, different writers, because it is really nice to give back and help the community. And again, those stories are definitely worth being told.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, totally.
And their voices, right? Their voices that you want for them to be heard, and it motivates the younger generation as well for them to say, you know what, I could work on a comic. For all we
Yeah.
know, Mez wants to work on a comic. He's like, you know what, I don't work for
Recently,
Marvel. I work for DC.
how do you
And, and like what Miguel and Ernest told me earlier today, you work like on like loony like what's it called, like on little small comics and little kid comics and whatnot. And I just basically I got a little small nephew right now. He's a little kid, like a 2 year
Well, I
old,
mean, he
a
is a
3 year old,
nephew.
and yeah, a little small nephew. I mean, a nephew, he could range from like
I don't want to
2 year
distract
old
you.
to
I
a
think I'm taking you from your
15-year-old.
point.
It all
Yeah, go
depends.
for it.
Depending on your
Yeah.
your the mentality. But he's still like, in my mentality, he's still a little small nephew to me. Still a baby, you a little baby boy. But if I could just show him your artwork, I'm like, if I could teach him young and show him your artwork, I mean, I could teach him young and show him your artwork and just teach him young. Be like, hey man, like just
Yeah.
this is some good artwork. Just that way, so you could see some kind of
It's a good segue. Like it's a
um
good introduction to
yeah,
the comic books.
like in order so you could see some kind of I can't think of a what's it called. I can't put my words
Anything?
into thoughts. Yeah. Hey,
I get what you're
these
saying,
guys.
and yeah,
Yes. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I always have
Mhm.
parents come up to my booth and say like, oh, that's the artist right there. Ask questions, and a lot of times they're really shy, or like, Mom, I don't want to, like you're being uncool, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
but there, I do get some kids who are like, really, you're the artist? And so it's nice to feel like I could be inspiring somebody, or even if it's just like makes them laugh, if the comics make them happy, then I'm happy,
So I will ask this question on that particular note. In the time from our last podcast to this podcast, you have attended a lot more events and cons and things like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the most memorable moment you've had in this time period? Like, was that one memory in a con? You was like, this is.
In recent time, well,
Yeah.
this happened a little bit before, but it's notable. I want to say, you guys know Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
So I
Definitely.
I obviously love the cartoons, but I love the guys and the people who do the voices. So I got to meet Rob Paulson, who does Yakko, the oldest one, and I've met him a few times. We're kind of buddies. It's cool. But I met him when I was just starting. Like, hey, I'm going to be an artist, and started pursuing it more seriously. And a few years later, I saw him at C2E2. I forget what year this was, but I was able to give him a copy of Ralph's.
Wow.
Which was cool, and he was, he's a really lovely person. Anybody he meets, he gives you like that one-on-one time, and he makes you feel really special, and he wants to have a conversation with you. So it was nice to like share that moment with him. And then I had a really good free comic book day last year at First Aid Comics in Hyde Park, Chicago, which is not far from where I live. So it was like another kind of hometown show, just another home. But it was really good, and I got a lot of Ralphs out, and I think that's the most fun, is when most of my sales are Ralph's books, because I have a lot of stuff that is like nostalgic, so it's like it's nice to have something that's my own. Be in people's hands.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so I'm gonna follow up with this same line of questioning, and I'm gonna do a complete 180 and say, what was your biggest? What are we rating? What is this rating on this podcast? Is this like PG?
So it's from 0 to 6. So our rating system, Ashley, is based off of beers, right?
Maturity level.
Oh, maturity level.
Oh.
We're gonna go like this. What was your biggest?
I have no idea.
This moment. Like I did that shit in this recently.
Oh.
Like, what's your biggest flex that you've had recently in any of your cons or anything like that?
I think that was one of them for sure, giving him a comic. And then actually him
let it spill, girl.
Rob Paulson also at
let it spill, girl.
a very short-lived Milwaukee Comic-Con. It was 1 year. They planned it the same weekend as Summerfest, so it wasn't very well attended. But they had a lot of people there. Carrie Payton, who was King Ezekiel, I believe, in The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
And he also voices Cyborg on Teen Titans.
Yes,
he came by my booth.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He came by my booth, and I was like, "Oh, hi!" And my partner, who was sitting next to me, he was kind of scrolling on his phone, and under the table, I'm talking to him, and I'm under the table, like kicking him, like, "Look who's at our table right now!"
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes,
he was very, very cool. I know it's kind of a flex. It's like, oh, I know like these celebrities,
motherfucker.
But hey, these are the people who inspired me. These cartoons inspired me. So I feel like I love gift giving. So it's like I feel like they gave me a gift of my childhood and all these memories and cartoons, and I feel like I want to give them back something that came from that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Teen Titans. First of all, it was a very good fucking cartoon. It was a very fucking good cartoon.
It was monumental.
It was a great fucking cartoon, just like Justice League and Justice League
Unlimited. All of it.
Yeah,
man, it was fucking amazing.
I'm in the process of rewatching all of those, and
I actually started watching. I just started watching Justice League right now. I saw it right now.
Right now.
Right this second. Recording.
Right.
Yeah. No, right before we even started this, like 2 hours ago, it was like right there. Justice League.
It's perfect.
It's right there.
So
I'm
good.
like, beautiful. I'm like, okay. One Piece. You know what? Let me just take this off. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a.
You took off One Piece? Hold on now. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm
Anime
on
is
it.
very sacred in this house.
I'm like, bro, I already watched like 50 episodes of One Piece in
Wait.
a row. I'm like, cool. In 2 days, I'm like, fuck it. Okay, yeah, I could watch 2 episodes.
And
just
he
this week.
says this with the One Piece hat on, right?
Not
Right.
only does he have the One Piece, but I want to acknowledge
While
the
I'm
fact.
sleeping, bro, I'm like,
It's just One Piece.
I'm over here nodding on and off.
Yep.
I'm like, hold on. Believe me,
Let's acknowledge the fact that
it's
you have
sacred.
Ultra
it's-
Instinct Goku behind you.
Where?
Oh,
Oh,
back
Like,
there.
nobody
Yeah.
Yeah.
sees
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the wall.
it.
And I have a, oh gosh, I'm bad at character names. Because Sean Schemmel, who voices Goku, signed that one, and then Chris Sabat. I don't.
Chris Sabat, Vegeta.
Vegeta, thank you. We have that one too. We have it in a
He
holograph.
said, "Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have those yet.
Yeah.
yeah." So I only say that
I see
because
him back there. I didn't even notice that.
I see
Look,
him.
so
I know.
Miguel and I both. So this one was signed. This is a artist. He goes to a lot of cons. His name is Jamie. I don't know how well he's known, but I really love his work, and it's so. This is like a Ninja Turtles horror themed. This
Oh, I
really
love
is
that.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It is a beautiful picture.
That's
Yeah, and then
Beautiful
so
frame.
Miguel
Beautiful frame.
on his wall, if you look over his right shoulder, everything up
There's
there
a
is
lot
all
more I still need to
signed
put up.
comics. Yeah,
I have so much. I don't have wall space or frames.
Right.
I have a manila envelope this big
Oh,
full of
so,
art.
So right now I'm just using thumbtacks, but like what I do is I put it in plastic,
Yeah,
and then I put the thumbtack through the plastic, not
That's the
through
way
the
to do
actual
it.
artwork.
or you
So I
can
was
put, if they're thumbtacks, you can like put it on top of them so they sit like on
Yeah.
the
yes.
thing. Yeah, we do that too. We have some Rick and Morty stuff.
All right. So you said your household is anime secret in your household. What is your favorite anime?
It's honestly more so my partner than me, but he's gotten
Okay.
me into a lot of them. When I was a kid, it was Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was
Okay.
everything to me. Recently, I've really liked One Punch Man.
Okay.
And I'm very into My Hero Academia right now.
Okay.
Respectable.
Both are really
we're in
good.
season 4. I think we just started season 4. I love it. It for a while it was very much like it's all the same stuff, it's all the same thing. But no, I really got into it, and people told me like, no, watch it. And I love all the characters. I love all the character growth and everything and the storytelling behind it. So what else did we watch recently? He's watching it's a soccer themed one, Blue Streak.
Oh,
Blue
Lock.
Blue Lock.
It's Blue
Blue
Lock.
Lock, yeah. He's
It's
watching that right now.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
He
Yeah.
loves it. He loves it. I've only
So,
caught a few, but yeah.
But as an artist and as a writer, do you look at all of these animes in a different light, or are you able to like take yourself out of that mindset and just be able to enjoy what's in front of you?
With anime, yeah, I don't. I have done like anime pieces, like fan art and things like that. But when it comes to the storytelling, I just enjoy like viewing it. So it's. I'm not looking from an artistic lens. I'm looking as a fan, and I'm like trying to learn and absorb, what the stories are being told.
Mhm.
But yeah, when it comes from a writing standpoint, it's also interesting to see how like they'll do cliffhangers, or they'll do like distractions, like this is going on, but all the while these characters are doing this behind the scenes, and then it all kind of ties together. So that's really exciting, just to watch it and to be a part of it.
Because I feel like that's a great, like, My Hero Academia and One Piece are two stories or animes that really are written very well. That, like you said, they will give you those distractions. Like, you so caught up over here in this fight, they point you a direction, and it's like, oh, you're watching this, but you don't see what's happening over here.
Yeah.
And then when they show you or something is revealed, and they go back and show you how it was literally in front of you the whole time,
Yeah.
but you just never seen it, and it's like, those moments are really exceptional and fun. Like,
that's what keeps me interested. So yeah, I really enjoy that.
So with that being said, so you said that you watch it, you're like, oh, I really enjoy the cliffhangers, but what actually what motivates you, or what is one thing where you're like, you know what, every time I watch this I get so many ideas, or like, oh, it'd be cool to do something similar, or you know
You mean anime specifically, or just anything that
anything,
inspires you?
anything.
I always, so I really look for jokes and what makes me laugh, and then what I can build a story around that. I know it's kind of a backwards way of writing. But I've made it work so far.
I feel like it's wonderful.
Actually, no. Actually, I find that even more.
Yeah, if
Because,
something really, really just makes me laugh, I think
more
it's
beautiful
funny.
around it because no, actually, I find that more beautiful around it because you know a
I feel
lot of
like
people find it. More people find it. I don't know. Jokes are like the fundamental. I don't know. I just love jokes. Like jokes are just amazing. If
so
you can't find anything funny about anything, it's like then what the fuck are you living?
Right.
Like are you even living, bro? Like what the fuck? It's
What?
like you gotta find something to live about. Like you gotta
to
find
love,
something funny
laugh,
about.
and
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
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 Laugh something. You gotta laugh about something.
Yeah.
Even even in the most crucial times, even in the most in the most harsh times, like for example, even in the most harsh times, like for example, in the harsh times, like in the MC, in the most harsh times with
Wait,
the
wait,
MCs.
wait.
Hold on. Hold on.
He's gonna
Hold
make
on.
him forget
I'm
his
going
point.
into a loop.
Let him cook.
I'm
Let him cook.
sorry.
He's getting there.
Hold on. Let my coffee.
Is that
Let
coffee?
me.
Is it
Yeah,
coffee?
it is actually. It fucking is.
So
Wait, you got
jokes.
a big mug to pour into the little mug?
Yeah, because this one is my Jaeger one.
Jaeger
So,
mug?
Yeah,
yeah.
then I got my big pot over there. I don't feel like walking right now
Oh, okay.
because then I got my other shit for
Oh.
for after dark times,
After.
Geek
and
Studios
that's
after dark.
yeah. I gotta be professional right now because somebody told me to be professional, so
Profesh.
Who told you to be professional?
I told myself that.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh,
But to your point, I
But yes,
I want to make things that are just funny and silly and just make you go, it's there's like I said before, like even with anime or some of like the heavier comics, a lot of these stories can be heavy-handed, or they can be, dark themes and everything, and those stories deserve to be told and those voices deserve to be told. I want to give a little like relief, you know what I mean? And there's like nothing wrong with either of it, but that's just what I want to bring to the table. It's like I want to
right.
be remembered for something like, ah, like this silly little cartoon that, like, those things still stick with me, so it could stick with somebody else.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
so during Free Comic Book Day, or even in general, is there any comics that you actually read yourself? Like, where did you get any free comics on Free Comic Book Day? Did you glance at them?
I didn't, so I don't know exactly at the shop I was at where it was all set up. I think
Okay.
by the time I got to go see it, they were all gone.
Oh,
A friend of mine did pick up the Nightmare Before Christmas release,
yeah.
so I'm looking forward to reading that. This year I got into the She-Hulk series because I
Okay.
loved the
Yeah.
show, and so I got like a 5-issue little compendium, and then again, First Aid Comics. I don't know how they did this. I don't know the history behind it, but it was, I think, the very first issue of She-Hulk. I think it was a reprint because like the pages were new, the paper was new, but it had old like 1970s toy ads in it, and like
Yeah.
other like back of the ad type stuff, and I thought that was so cool. Even if it was a reprint, it was the original, She-Hulk release, and so now I'm just collecting that, like whatever I can find in between. I have like the very first thing, and now I have like the latest thing. So now it's
Okay.
gonna be like everything I can find in between, and I'm excited for it because I love collecting like the series.
I was trying to see if I have. So Mike has gotten the other guy in the podcast.
Yeah.
Again, once again, he wasn't able to make it today, but he's
Another
gotten
part timer.
he's gotten me into collecting reprints of first appearances or first
Yeah.
comics. Yeah. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
look
beautiful.
at the Lego ad from the 70s. Like
Oh,
this
that's
is just so
amazing.
cool. Isn't that
That's
cool?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And the
Like,
fact that both of y'all have them like in reach and distance, like Miguel's gonna say,
Oh,
"Oh yeah."
I just took this on the train with me, so I had it handy. And then yeah, that's the newest one. I love that cover too. So
oh,
yeah,
nice.
I had
Nice.
these from a train trip recently.
Okay. Yeah. Because so I went with Mike to Free Comic Book Day. I usually just grab whatever. I'm like, all right, I'll read this.
Yeah.
But Mike is the kind of person that he grabs one of every single thing. He doesn't care what it is. He just grabs one. He's like, it's free, bro. Just grabs one. And I was like, okay. And it was so around us, they started closing all the comic book shops. There was like, I think it's been like 3 comic book shops that closed around us. And what's
That's
it called?
unfortunate.
Yeah. So now we gotta drive out to was alternate reality or alternative reality.
Mhm.
It's somewhere near, what is it, like Allsip or something. And
Oh wow.
yeah, and the reason why we like going there is because they actually have one of every single comic, right? Other ones, they're like they have only a few of them, or they only let you take 4 or 5 and that's it, because they only get a small stack. Which is cool, right? But the only problem afterwards is you want to go inside, you want to buy more stuff, but the space is so small with
Yes.
all those people in there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like it took us longer to go inside and outside and in the line than actually being there.
Yeah. It's sort of like record store day, you know? The same thing with some of these record shops. Are so like
Back at the
small little aisles, you know? Yeah. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll usually just put tables out with all the free books, and it's like people are just circling it, and it's sardines, in the store.
Oh,
That is,
absolutely.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's some conventions like that too, where
true.
when you're walking, there's just so little bit of space, and
Yeah.
oh man, it's just
That's a lot.
it is, right?
You gotta be built for that.
Nah, I'm a little heavy set now, so
Be knocking stuff off the table.
yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, excuse me, sorry. I'll pay for that. Don't worry. Uh, so for us, we started going to different conventions, right? And we got a message where like, hey, somebody was doing a convention they had to do around Pathfinder, which is similar to Dungeons and Dragon. And we're like, all right, cool. We brought him onto the pod.
You're right, nice
We went out there. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know if he's laughing, falling asleep, or what.
I'll focus on you.
But what's it called? So yeah, so we went all the way out there and we tried playing Pathfinder for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it called? So like what
It's a
about
lack
what
of
are
sleep. I'm sorry.
so Mez just got out of work and I don't think he's slept since last night.
Yesterday, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Sleep.
That's what all the coffee really is for.
Hey,
See,
there's nothing wrong with coffee. I'll tell you a coffee joke right now in a little bit. But what's it called? So we tried playing Pathfinder and we actually had a great time. And we're
Amazing time, actually. Amazing time. Amazing time. Amazing time.
And we're actually trying to go back and like do a little bit more stuff with Pathfinder. So what is one hobby that you have, or one thing that you like to play that many people might not know about, or something you'd be curious but haven't tried it?
See, game. What do I like to play? So I on a PS4, I've been really into playing the Evil Dead game.
Okay.
I love classic Crash Bandicoot.
of course, yeah,
Classic game, of course.
That's
amazing.
that is a classic.
I did get the trilogy when it was re-released a few years ago.
Nice, yeah.
I think with the stimulus check from the first round of COVID, we got a new TV, we got a PlayStation.
Amazing way to
It was the wisest
way,
person. Yes, it was the wisest purchase, and we all got our games. We were so set. But I like to do puzzles.
Okay.
And
Oh.
honestly, when I pack my con stuff, sometimes it's a puzzle. All these big, bulky things and all these books, and trying to get them. I tried to get them on a train last week. It was wild. But yeah, I like to do that, and yeah, let's see what else. I don't know. I like these little. Okay, so I have these little like fidget toys.
I have a few of those too.
Yeah, yeah. I collect those too.
Have you been to Five Below? Five Below.
Yes.
Oh, Five Below is amazing.
I love their sensory toys, and I was trying to look for my. I have quite a few.
Yeah,
but
I
there
got one of
is.
these.
Yeah, so it's just I have something very similar to that, except for, and I know how this is gonna sound before I say it, but there's two balls that's connected, and
Yeah.
you get
Muted.
to kind of
Muted.
rotate them and play with them.
I think this one has one of them. This one has one.
Usually I have them. So right now I have them where I work at, or in
Yeah.
the desk that I use. So right now I'm using. So my brother Tank, he has his pods in the same room. So he leaves stuff behind, stuff that I look at it. I'm like, this is dumb to have here, but when I
You
grab it,
find
I start
yourself
fidgeting
playing
with
with
it.
it,
Bro, it's literally one of those like.
I have one of those.
So
No, when I draw, I get really bad hand cramps. So I love that thing. Hang on, I have it with me. No, I love that thing, and I love that you can change the resistance.
Yeah, you could.
I love that thing.
I was gonna ask you about it because you showed it to us earlier, whether you realized it or not.
Yeah.
I accidentally I went like this.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, he's got the thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
I just have to fidget with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
But so what they're saying with the coffee when they started laughing is at work we're going through a audit, and the best way to get me to join another team's audit, and somebody found out, they spread the word throughout the whole company. So I'm working, and what's it called? Somebody comes up to me like, "Hey, Miguel, because there's a Starbucks inside the campus." They're like, "Hey, I'm gonna get something for Starbucks. You want something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So they'll buy me coffee, and then I did not know that coffee was just a way for them to be like, "Hey, so we got auditors coming, and you joined this call." And I was like, "Man,
You got a Starbucks?
yeah, bro. We got two, but they're little Starbucks.
God damn.
They're little Starbucks.
Do you three all work together?
No,
No.
Oh.
Hell no. Hell no.
So Ernest
Don't
works.
say hell no like that.
Like, God no. I don't know what that guy.
You guys are like top tier. I'm like
No.
No.
So we all got different career paths. Like
Okay.
Ernest is a developer.
Okay.
No,
Would that be the best way to?
no, it's not.
Okay, what would be the best way to phrase your career?
So
just look
I
at
am a
everybody's eyes.
DevOps
Just look at everybody's
engineer.
eyes.
so I'm
Just
a
look at
DevOps
every
engineer, and
just look at everybody's eyes.
What?
Who looks more dead? Who looks just look at everybody's.
Who looks more dead?
Who looks more dead?
What is?
Who looks more half dead? Who's drinking more coffee right now?
That's
who's trying to
That's you.
stay alive right now? Exactly.
But yeah, so I am a DevOps engineer who creates best practices for my company.
Okay.
We create best practices for our entire development side of the company. So I graduated from being just a developer.
Okay.
Nice. We
Thank
love
you.
that. Leveling up. Leveling up.
Thank you.
Yeah, and honestly, like my title is just weird. It's confusing. Makes no sense. So I never give up my title
No,
because
you're in IT. You never give the full title.
So in
because the title
IT,
means
yeah.
nothing.
in IT, it's like it's like lead IT specialist of management, and you're like, but what do you do? I work in a database. Like, why is it this whole title? Like, it makes no sense.
It
But
goes back to the term
I
of
turn
being
things on and off again.
right. What is it? Underwater ceramic technician. What does that mean? It means I'm a dishwasher. They like
Funny.
IT likes to give elaborate
Funny.
titles for basic jobs.
Yeah. I'm pretty much. I just work in a database. That's all I do. All I
There you
do.
go. It's hacking to the mainframe.
Me, I'm just a machine operator, handyman,
We need those. Good trades.
carpenter,
Carpenter.
handyman.
Don't forget you're a wonderful brother and son.
Thank you. And I just picked up a recent job who is now cleaning up bearings for train parts.
Oh.
Yay.
Okay.
All right.
No talk.
We love
Yeah,
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
love that.
Yes.
You're the reason my train be late every morning.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna get the call. I'm gonna get the call next week. So
There you go,
I'm
Ashley.
gonna be the reason.
Whenever
why
you're running late,
trained.
you could
I'm
just
gonna
be like,
I'm gonna-
"Mess,
I'm
pick
gonna
up the
be
parts
reason why-
faster."
This way.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
be
where I
I'm gonna be
was.
the reason. I'm gonna be the reason why your train is gonna be late starting next week.
So
I'll shake my
Not this
fist.
week. Yeah, exactly.
Next week.
I'm
Next
gonna
week.
be.
Okay.
I'm gonna next week.
Okay. I
But
will let
yes.
people-
I want to just
Essential
say,
worker.
Nice.
just taking this as a complete side note because of what you just did. Actually, you were trying to point to Mess.
Yeah.
Why did last week we tried to create hearts and we tried this whole event where we was trying to figure out how to link up with each other.
How do you
and
even
we
do
spent
that?
it was
We
a
did
whole
it.
It's gotta be
thing.
like an
We-
X. Just
No,
an X.
we did it. We
I
did
got
it.
you. I got you. I
We-
It's all
So-
backwards.
By making a heart, it was
No,
just
no.
I
Me and
can't
Mi-
imagine what it looked
no.
like.
Me and Mr. Pusherman.
yeah,
we
it was
did
just them two.
No,
So
we did it. We
They're
did
over
it.
here trying.
We
I'm
did
like,
it.
all right,
I showed him the message. I showed him the picture. We did it. We did it. Tell him.
I was send it to the group right
We
now.
did it. We made it happen.
it's
It was off by like at least like 3 centimeters off, probably.
I mean, yeah, you were, but you know, it's okay. It's all right.
No, probably you were off, but we were off. Let's just say we were off, but yes.
Sure.
I'll
Yeah,
find
you
it
could
in a
just
minute.
you could just tell off by the eyes who
I just sent it to
you know.
the group chat.
Oh, you did.
hold on. Let's see. Is this the one I took or the one that don't?
Yeah, that's the one you took. When we
Hey,
Wow.
that's not bad. That's
When
not
we
bad. I
finally
give you
got
points.
close to it.
I give you points. Hilarious.
Okay.
Not bad. I'll give you points for that.
During
If
this
only
whole
we
time.
could do like Ralphs. If we could spell Ralphs across the screen somehow.
You mean the shadow of RDJ?
No, Ralph, not Rafi.
Ralphs.
Ralph.
I'm sorry.
Comic.
He's
You have some real animosity towards.
I
Uncle
fucking
Ralphie,
do.
huh?
I
I
fucking
mean,
do.
wow.
I love
Yikes.
Uncle Ralphie.
so man.
I
So-
apologize.
Uncle Ralphie is welcome back
He
anytime.
got me good. He got me
Ralph.
good. He
Okay,
got me
yeah.
good. He got me good. He got me good.
And the funniest part is
He
with his
scarred you.
sense of humor. What's it called? We like Mez couldn't tell whether he was being, like honest
I
or he
get
was just
that.
messing with him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
And-
kind of his delivery.
And that was his first time jumping with a guest. First time.
Oh wow!
This is his
you
second
got
time.
thrown to the
And I took
sharks.
no.
And he was trying to-
I took it well. I took it well. I'm like,
You did.
oh, well.
Because you're trying to be professional, but you don't know if he's joking or he's playing. And he's like, oh, well, okay.
Okay,
Yep,
I'm
just
out of,
keep pouring that coffee.
I'm out of
It's all
coffee.
gone.
Oh man.
All right. So now that you're
I'm
done with your
now
coffee,
I'm about to start getting into the
Okay.
Oh
good.
boy, it's about that time.
it's 5 o'clock. So, well, it's 9 here. So
Bro,
Yeah.
5 o'clock. What do you mean? It's like 9 something here.
13.
trying to be nice because I started a while ago.
Oh, I started like 5 or 4 hours
I
ago.
just got water.
But I had I heard
Parched.
black coffee is good for the liver, so shit.
Is it?
I don't
No.
know. Shit,
I
don't
somebody
think
told me
so.
that. It's just somebody told me.
I know there is some health benefits to coffee. I just don't know.
Somebody told me that bullshit nonsense, so I went with it.
I just drink coffee all the time, and apparently that's how you get me to join audits.
That's the
Is
tricky.
that the coffee joke that you were supposed to be telling?
Yeah, that was a coffee joke.
That's more of a
Well-
story, not a joke.
Well,
coffee
it's funny for me because I'm
It's a
sitting there
joke.
for like 4 or 5 hours in the audit call, all for a damn coffee, dude. And then I remember, wait, so we recently started going back to the office. So to entice everybody to come back, the regular coffee is free. So the regular Starbucks coffee is free, but all the like special drinks and all that, you gotta pay for those. So then I'm like, wait a minute, like, yeah, like I went and I got a mocha something, whatever, but I could have just gotten the regular coffee for free instead of joining this damn 5 hour call that
That's how they get you.
it's headaches,
They're trying to get you.
headaches, man. Like, but
Oh, sure. Well, I'm not jittery yet.
you're not
Okay.
just
What?
I'm not jittery.
I was
Yeah.
wondering why he was doing it. I was like, I see him like this. I was like, I don't know what I don't understand what you're trying to do, but I was just gonna let it go.
Because I thought you were making a coffee joke. That's why. That's why I'm like, no,
No,
I'm not jittery yet.
It's a
We can
matter of
talk
time
about
now.
so actually, like, are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Who, me?
I'm more so of a coffee person.
Coffee person?
Alright.
I like French vanilla.
Fresh vanilla coffee?
Mhm.
Okay.
I make myself
So-
my own iced coffees. Now that it's warm out, I make myself iced coffees every morning, and it's the way to go.
I love that.
It's the Italian.
But so have we all seen Futurama? And have we all seen the episode where Fry drinks 100 cups of coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I love me some Futurama.
I feel like as a used to be developer, I feel like coffee was for sure one of the ways I got the job done. It was like I have to get this project. Coffee is the way to do it. But what is the most number of coffees you've ever drank in a day?
I really try not to overdo it because I got real jittery. I got real jittery one day, and my heart was pounding kind of crazy. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do. I don't like this feeling at all. I have them like it's probably like this big. I have one like that. It's got the insulation in it, and I think I did 2 of those once, and it was
I know everybody.
not good.
I know everybody's gonna hate me for this, but I don't like Starbucks coffee.
I don't either.
It
Oh.
fucking
No, I
sucks.
don't. I don't like Starbucks.
I prefer Dunkin's.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would do the same.
Yeah, that's my
Nah,
shit.
bro. All I'm gonna
I'm
say
not
is
gonna say that.
Caribou's the way to go.
So
So
I need like artisan
No,
coffee.
yeah. If it's on the go, like if I'm going to work, Dunkin's.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, fuck that Starbucks.
Well, I mean,
bullshit.
It's
Car-
too expensive too.
there's no more Caribou's here in Chicago or in the Chicago area, so I can't go there anymore. So now I just gotta go with whatever's free.
But they
If you get-
sell it.
If you guys ever go to like Michigan or higher, it's a Canadian thing. Tim Hortons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
had Tim Hortons. It's
I'm
pretty good.
it's not my favorite, but a lot of people who have drank it say it's the best kind.
It is
So-
good though.
Yeah.
He said it is. I've never
Like-
had
I'll
it.
just go to a free clinic and be like, hey, I'll stop by.
Free clinic.
No, go to like the tire place where they have the coffee all the time.
yeah,
Just
right.
go.
You're a mechanic, you know.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a mechanic. They always have some just poured
Yeah.
on there.
Or the dealership.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to buy a
compa.
car today? I just want coffee. Thanks.
Oye, compa, my bad. Ahorita vengo.
So, but with Dopey's look, I have a feeling that he goes to the mechanic to get coffee. He's gonna end up working there. They're gonna be like, "Hey, get to work on that car." Dopey's gonna be like, "Damn."
Dang.
My hands are gonna be greasy. My hands are gonna be greasy.
There you go.
Who
Chances
told
are
you to
it's
take
gonna
a break?
Oh man. Oh, but so for me to answer your question, Ernest, most cups of coffee I've had is 10.
Wow.
10 cups.
Those are
And
rookie numbers, man. You gotta pump them up.
10, bro.
You gotta pump 'em
That's
up.
aggressive. Like 10 regular sized cups of coffee.
Nah,
It depends.
I haven't.
It's
I
like
haven't even had
regular,
10.
large. You know,
I'm
it
just talking
depends.
shit. I'm just talking shit. I'm only pulling numbers from the fucking that one movie.
Oh,
Wolf
Wolf on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
Wolf-
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
only
yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit. I was about to see who else was gonna start talking shit.
I mean, we're always talking shit. That's only this is this whole podcast. It's
Part
just
of the
shit
game.
talking. It's just doing. It's just what it is.
So actually, so what actually? I'm not sure if we asked this question last time they were here. What got you into creating a comic? Was it the writing, or was it the drawing?
No, it was the art. I didn't know if I could be a writer, honestly. Um, Not that I couldn't, but I didn't know if I was if my storytelling was good enough, I guess. Um, but like I said before, I tried to make the story around the jokes or like around the scenario that led to the joke.
Mhm.
And I feel like it all just is like a good formula. You know what I mean? It's not I'm not telling like super deep stories or super, suspenseful or, they make you think very hard. Some jokes are like
Yeah.
that a little bit to kids, but like grown-ups would get it, that kind of thing. So in that aspect, I think I'm good at that as a writer. But no, I always drew. I drew since I was a kid. I wanted that to be my career somehow. Whether, I think I went the proper professional route and got my degree as a graphic designer.
Mm.
And I did that. I still do that, and that's like my main like 9 to 5 thing. But I think I just went to a con one year and started like passing out business cards. And then that's where I met Julio. It's where I met Adam Farster and Ben and all them. Or it's like I kind of got introduced to all of them.
Mhm.
And that's where I said, okay, well, maybe I can just do this on the side for a little while or, whatever, but I just want to do it.
Mhm.
And that was my way in, was just meeting people and seeing that there was a community that I could be a part of.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was in elementary school, I used to love to draw.
Hmm.
Love to draw.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened was kids in my fucking grade school, man. They what's it called? They picked on me.
Oh,
They
damn.
they they
Yeah,
they
they pick on the
they
artistic kids.
yeah. They saw that I was a kind of a better drawer than they were,
It's
and
usually what it is.
what's it called? They didn't accept it. And as soon as I got into high school, I got into what's it called into art class.
Mhm.
I started drawing a little better. Yeah, of course I smoked a little weed, so I got a little more creative. And yeah, no, yeah,
There it is.
part of that, but I got a little more creative. And one of my pieces actually got into the hall.
So
Okay.
And yeah, and
they would
one
display they would display
yeah.
the art in the halls.
Hmm.
So me
Yeah.
and Dopey, we went to the same high school, just different times.
Okay.
Because I know Dopey went
And
to school with my brothers.
Oh,
what's it
cool. Okay.
called?
So you've known each
And
other a long time.
Honestly, I met him when he joined the pod, and it's because like we were trying to find somebody. My brother's like, "Hey, I know some guy, like he likes anime and comics," so that's how we got introduced.
Oh, okay.
He's a little bit weird. He's short. He's so it might not look at it, but Dopey's like 4'11".
He just talked about getting picked on, and now we're picking on him again.
No, we're not picking.
no, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, but what's it called?
He's
But
not
yeah,
4'11".
no,
He accepted it.
I'm 5'8".
He accepted it like, yeah, I'm 4'11", and I'm
He's like,
with
yeah,
the roll with
4'11".
this.
But yeah, what's it called? But yeah, then when I got into high school, I tried to fucking show off my artistic style again, and they're like, "Oh, what's it called?" The friends at the time, they're like, "Oh, nah, you fucking suck." Woo, woo, woo. But then other people, like the popular kids, are like, "Oh no, this is cool." And I knew that their art style that fucking sucked because they had no pizzazz, no style into them. It was just like basic. While mine's, it was like I knew I had some kind of talent because
Yeah.
even my art teacher told me, he's like, "Hey, you got some kind of style, even like like the gangbangers. They even had some kind of pizzazz too, because the art teachers told them, it was like, you got some kind of pizzazz too. It's like, hey, you got some kind of fucking style right here, right there. The shadowing and all this and that. But the what's it called? The popular kids, they always try to bring us down. I'm like, all right, cool. So that kind of that kind of brought me down. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So
I think that's why a lot of
just
people stop doing it because
so
sometimes bullying is a lot. So
so I kind of
Oh,
just
for
stopped.
sure.
I kind of stopped going to class. Just went to lunch, and then
For context, we went to a really bad school. Down in the
well,
south side.
we
So
really
it
did.
was
We
yeah,
really did.
it was a very troublesome school. But yeah, so there is a lot of kids that do have that aspiration to become writers, to become comic
I
book
don't know.
creators, to become
For
cartoonists.
the kids that went through it and just
mhm.
went through it. Hey, utmost respect for them. For me, hey, didn't happen. Hey, utmost respect, but didn't happen for me. But hey, yeah,
Yeah.
I know I had the talent, but oh well. But yeah, I know I had
So
I know I
Duffy,
had somewhat of a talent, but
if you had the opportunity to pick it back up with you,
most definitely I would. Most definitely I would. I know I still got some drawings somewhere downstairs. I
Okay.
just gotta find them.
Just do it
Yeah,
for you. Do it for fun.
You could
I
make
know.
your own.
I actually drew. I drew a couple of my tattoos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I have a couple of my tattoos drawn for myself. I just
Nice.
gotta shrink them down. Like that's all. Like that's the only thing. Like that's the only thing that I got. Like my tattoos drawn for myself. Like where I want them, and that's it.
well, that's
Yeah.
That's
fair.
all I want.
Nice.
No, nice. But so yeah, so where we're going is there's a lot of kids right that have that dream to make it into in the artistic world, right? And they may not have those opportunities. They may how with what happened with Mez, sometimes you get discouraged, right? So how were you able to do it, Ashley? How were you able to push through that? And what would you advise for anybody that wants to get into their lifestyle or that career path now, from either being a child or being a grown person? For example,
Grown
let's just
person,
say for
adults.
Mez, yes, for an adult like Mez.
Well,
Well,
just
nah,
like I said, you got to do it for yourself. You can't get into it like, oh, I want to make money or I want to go viral on TikTok or whatever. Um, and like I said, for me, it's like I want to make people laugh. I want to reach people in that way, and it's about success in a way that like it's it's not clout chasing. You know what I mean? At
right.
least I don't feel it that way. People may see differently, but I couldn't not do it. You know what I mean? I always wanted to do it, and I had to find a way to just do it for myself. If it's just like doodling on my homework or um, on the back of my notebook or whatever, or just going to buy one of the sketch pads from Walgreens or something, and some pencils, and just doodling and practicing. Because I feel like I'm still learning, and
Progressing.
I'm never done learning. I'm never done like, oh, I've achieved the highest level of artistic whatever. Like it's never going to happen, and that's not a thing of like I can't do it. It's that you should always be open to keep doing it, to keep learning new things, to keep challenging yourself, because you love it, and I love it so much. So I'm really really grateful that it has reached the level of uh, reach it has with in the northern Indiana, Chicagoland area, and now in Michigan when I was just there. It's as far and wide as I can get it. It's because I love it and I like to share it with other people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I guess my question with that coming from that would be, what would be one thing you want someone to take away when they pick up the newest edition of Ralphs?
I want them to be excited for issue 5, for sure, because there will be another character returning, and also I don't want to give it away without spoiling, but you'll kind of get a hint when you see it in volume 4. I hope it's like obvious enough, but I feel like being a 5th issue, this is like the 4th leading up to the 5th one. I think it's not necessarily like a cliffhanger type thing, because a lot of these stories are independent. They're just like a Looney Tunes cartoon where it's like little short,
Yeah, every episode
stories.
is kind of
It's
different.
a different
but-
episode, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like that sort of tie-in like earlier in the series, but it'll just be more exciting.
Mm.
And I think with all these new characters and just different things that they're going to get into, I think it's just going to be more fun.
Honestly, I am more excited for the world building. You've seen how everything's going to tie in together, and
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
Yeah.
I personally would have loved to have wore my Ralph shirt today. Sadly, I had wore it
Oh.
earlier this week, so it needs to get washed.
Mhm.
But for sure, we always rep our people, and you better believe
I love that.
we were a part of the last Kickstarter weekend.
Yes.
I don't see a tier with a shirt this time, which I am sad about.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not going to be there.
That's fair.
Once we reach our goal,
That
something
is
else
fair.
might come. But what I do have right now as a stretch goal are enamel pins,
Okay.
which
Yes.
I'm very, very excited about. I've been wanting to do those for years. So
nice.
don't lose hope, Ernest. I can't give away all my secrets.
That's fair. I'm just saying, if look, I don't know if Julio or everybody realized this, but first off, the quality of y'all shirts are always amazing.
Amazing.
I love the quality of the shirts.
No, they're great.
But then also, whatever tier has a shirt, I'm getting that tier. Plus, I have to commit to something else. But
that's right. We got to get it there. We got to get it to the 1,200, and then, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think I was talking to Ben, and Ben's like, oh yeah, sometimes when like it's my turn to package stuff, I'll be packaging, and I'm like, I just look at the names. He's like, I already know all you guys' names, and I'm just like, a Geek Studios guy. Next one, another Geek Studios guy.
Yep.
Next one, another one. How many Geek Studios?
That was last year for sure. I said, there you are. I see you. Yes.
But yeah, so real quick before we end the episode, so a little bit about the Kickstarter, or what would you like to highlight regarding the Kickstarter? So there is, some reward packages. Like I was just looking at them, and as well, you can find them on. I've seen them like Mez said earlier on Instagram. I've seen them published on Facebook as well. So for anybody that's listening, you could either go to the Kickstarter, or you could just follow Ashley, or what is it? Gorilla Publishing. No,
Yeah.
but like the comic has its own Instagram.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Ralph's comic. Ralph's comic.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, like I was like, it has its own Instagram. That's what I was trying to remember. Like I'm just like, damn, I don't have Instagram open. So I'm like, I was trying to remember off the top of my head. Yeah.
I need a little bit more. I need to up that page a little bit more. But otherwise, you can find me on Instagram at Skulls and Sketches, SKULLSN Sketches. You can find on my website, and Gorilla Publishing as well. So yeah, there is a physical copy tier, a digital copy tier as well. You can get, if you didn't get the issue, the anthology the first time around, you can get the package deal together, which would be everything that is Ralph's so far. And then the enamel pin tier, I've limited that to like 40. I think there's 35 left. And then the big reward this year before the stretch goals is the book, a necklace. I only have very few. Little Ralph's necklace. They're handmade, custom. They'll never be back. So this is a special one. And you also get a commission by me. So
Oh.
any of your choice. It can be Ralph's related. It can be another character. It can be a pet. I do a lot of pet commissions of dogs and cats for people. So yeah, that's the big tier, and I only have 2 of those left. So
Okay.
Oh,
yep,
Nice.
3 of them are
I
gone
think
already.
we might have to go ahead and sew that one up.
Yep.
We just might. I'm not gonna lie. Both of them.
They were going fast. I was really surprised. I'm like, okay, man. I had 4 of them, and then I had to add 1 more just in case 2 people wanted it. So
Okay. So you guys heard it. Go to the Kickstarter. Follow them on social media. All the information will be posted on there, and it's almost posted daily on social media too. That's what I
Yeah.
noticed, which is
Mhm.
it's really good. We try and help out. We try and push some stuff out too for Gorilla, just because you guys have been amazing to us, so we try and return the
Phenomenal.
favor.
we
Now-
appreciate you guys.
What's it called? So I got one last question, and after that, I'll let Push Ahead or
We'll
Mess see
wrap
if they
it
have
up.
anything else. But are you a physical copy person or are you a like
Digital.
digital?
Me personally,
Yeah.
physical. I like having it in my hands. I don't know. Sometimes you can't always depend on the internet. If the power goes out or
I agree.
whatever. I'd rather read by flashlight than have nothing. So I like a physical copy.
I would have said that to you only because you just showed us 2 physical copies of the She-Hulk. Like if
Yes.
you was a digital person, you'd have been like, "Oh, I got the digital copies of these books." But no, you are going out and you
Oh,
are
no.
finding the hardcovers and you are getting them in your hand, filling
Yes.
the pages, looking at it. I can definitely see that.
Yes.
What about you, Dopey? Physical or digital?
Oh, definitely physical.
Mhm.
Definitely
Okay.
physical.
We can
It's
be friends
crazy
now,
'cause-
Dopey.
Really, because I'm a
Let's
digital
get
person.
physical.
Hey, some people like the digital. That works
Yeah,
for them.
I'm
I'm
a-
glad I can
Oh, well,
offer
definitely.
And I am a digital person for everything.
For sure.
Which also makes me very sad when I don't have Wi-Fi. When I don't
Sorry
have
to salt
power
the
Wi-Fi, right? Like, oh, what do you mean we're going out into nature?
I mean,
Let me have my battery pack. Let me have my Wi-Fi extenders. Let me have.
Right.
I mean, when it's convenient for people, it's understandable.
No, yeah, like there's
Oh,
some so there's stuff that's cool digital. There's stuff
yeah.
that I just need physical copies. Comics and stuff I actually want to read. I rather do it physical. Now I learned there is ways, for example, when I was going to college, because like I had so work is sending me back to school. So you get the digital
about
books.
that.
You get the digital books and the control the lookup find is so amazing because you can find
Yeah.
everything, right? So it's something that I
get
can't
that.
do it there, right?
But-
So I was like,
I would have
but-
loved that in college. Wow, I didn't even think of that. See, there's value. There's
See,
value.
there is.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah. But so I think that's gonna wrap it up for us today. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for being on today's episode.
Thank you guys.
You've been amazing.
This is fun. This is so fun.
Once again, we want to tell all of our listeners, make sure you check out the Kickstarter. And like
You can follow it below. Where's the banner? What he's working on it. There it is.
wait, not yet. Hold on.
Wait.
Almost.
I was trying to get the pictures, but
I think somebody else. I think
think
somebody else needs the coffee besides me.
yeah, I could just do this.
That works.
There you go.
You can search Ralph's on Kickstarter. You'll find it.
And also from us, so you could always just follow us on all social media. You could just go to geekstudios.com. Everything's there. Simple one place, one shop. Now, this is the first time I will be saying this officially because I was told we have to start making it officially. So join us as we stream on Twitch too. We try and raise money for Lower Children's Hospital of Chicago. The link's also on our website. I was told to say if we get to $5,000 of donations, the 3 of us will shave our heads, and I'm still trying really hard not to. I'm like, can it be?
Yeah.
Just I cut my hair a little bit.
No.
Oh boy.
The deal is, if we reach 5,000, all three of us will completely shave the head, like
We shaving.
And
trim
facial
it,
hair?
and then take the shape.
No,
Yeah.
not facial hair. No,
Oh
No,
shoot!
that
Okay,
was-
okay, just from here,
no,
here
no,
back.
just
that was
Okay.
the
We
deal.
shave.
It was
We
all
shave.
of it.
We shaving.
Okay.
It was all of it.
Don't be scared.
I'm
Embrace it.
100% scared, bro. Like,
Embrace it. Don't be scared.
I
Embrace it.
simultaneously hope and don't hope.
right? So it's one of those, like, you know what? I hope we get there,
Yeah, of course.
but it's
Don't
like,
be don't be scared.
Go
Embrace
back.
it.
It'll grow back fast.
I'm just
Um,
saying.
It's not gonna
He
be
was
as
the one
curly
who
as you. It's
introduced
not gonna
this.
be as curly as you have it right now. But embrace it. Embrace
You
it.
were the one who introduced this tier.
I did as a joke. I
He's
didn't
like,
think it was
"Hey."
anybody was gonna take it serious.
Well,
Apparently, people really
people want
took
to
it
see
serious.
you with a
So
shaved head.
Good. Embrace it. Embrace
Nice.
it.
Nice.
so yeah, actually, if next time you join the pod and you see me with the bald head, you'll know.
I'll
why.
know. I'll just know, and I'll
No
say
skull
congrats.
caps.
Yeah, right.
No
That's
skull
all.
caps.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That day,
Exactly.
You will not see us with hats on.
Whoa, no, whoa. I was
No
probably wearing a
hats.
hat the whole time.
No, if we shave, we gotta show. We gotta show it.
We got two
Shave.
hats over here.
Yeah, exactly. This is by the way, this is the first podcast in like 30 that Miguel has not had a hat. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Facts. He wanted to
He
show
did his
stuff.
hair.
All right.
That's for you.
I appreciate that. The no hat brigade.
I'm just trying to part ways with my hair right now. That's why I'm like,
R.I.P.
but yeah, thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank
Everybody,
you guys.
check out the Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, Ralph's 4.
Ralph's numero cuatro. Cuatro. I was like,
Did you not find the camera?
Look, I went like this. Look, where's my head?
This motherfucker went like this.
I'm like, it's here, but it's on this side. So that's like right there. You go. I forget
You're
it's
literally
inverted.
facing the camera, bro.
It's
job.
inverted. It's inverted. That's why.
No, it's not. It's literally in front of you.
No, for him it is.
For
So
me, it's
this is
inverted.
my right,
Oh
but
shit!
his right
Yeah.
is on the other
I
side.
apologize. Too much coffee.
Right?
I've been drinking
Yeah.
too much coffee.
Oh man, but thank you so
Thank you,
much,
guys.
Ashley.
Thank you.
We really hope you get to.
Yeah, I'm starting to shake now.
We hope
Oh,
you get your goals
call it.
really soon.
Thank you guys, and let's get it to that goal. We need to get Ernest a new shirt.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely. Until
All
next time.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you.